These atrocities carried out by our then leaders were so putrid that they repulsed experienced angels like Raphael and Michael. Back to their so-called gifts or the technology of the era. I'll make some quick references. There are stories in the Vedas about flying machines. Various anomalies in Egyptian architecture, Sardinian architecture, even ancient Chinese. These things pop up from time to time, and so the powers that be will push the clock back on when humans developed. They recently found with some Dead Sea Scrolls a basket that was 10,000 years old. This part is from Wikipedia about prehistory 13,000 to 10,000 years ago, last glacial maximum, end of the last glacial period, climate warms, glaciers recede. Funnily enough, that would make the scrolls almost as old as the domestication of the goat, or if that doesn't suit your fancy. It puts these baskets found with the Word of God at the end of the last ice age around the time the mammoths, mastodons, and glyptodonts went extinct. I find it funny that the scrolls allegedly date only 2,000 years, but hey, that part's up to the viewer. The books they found with the aged basket were Greek text from the books of Zechariah and Nahum, which is still pretty hilarious as the book of Job is supposed to be the oldest book in the Bible. Some sources say 1 Thessalonians. It lines up with the alleged sightings of giants by Native American tribes who seem to not like their tall neighbors. Land bridge and all that fun archaeological mess. Murmurs of Paleo-Hebrew found in the southwest of the country. Yeah, the same southwest that had native mega-cities that were more advanced or equal to the Roman ones. They had aquifers among their neighbors in the southern part of America who were advanced enough to terraform the rainforest, as researchers have just discovered. Would you look at that, some more history we don't learn in our Rockefeller-owned school system. More on that later. Keep in mind that technology came at a cost. Back to prehistory. So, after the Great Deluge, man had to start over. This is where Noah's great-grandson Nimrod the evil comes into play. He and his friends had an excellent idea to make a tower. You see where I'm going with this, right? They make a big mistake. Suddenly we no longer can understand each other. New dialects are born, new nations. Sadly, for humans this means the decay has begun technology-wise. Goodbye the days of flying machines, teleportation, high magic. Loss of the ability to make Damascus steel, or the ability to upkeep the iron pillar of Delhi. No more Baghdad batteries, Antikythera mechanism. What it's for, who knows? We start hating each other, losing the ability to transverse continents. If you're there, you're stuck there. The stories of things like the Pyre Reese map are myths at best. Overnight we've lost an ancient civilization. Man is primitive. Back to the garden, covering ourselves with leaves.